Welcome to my channel, exploring old technologies and seeding new ideas. Let's begin. Beginning in April 2023, our pop-up greenhouse ideas took root and grew from there, out of the planning described in part 1. This video's adventure deals with keeping the space cool as spring turned into summer heat. While our solutions are likely different than anything you specifically need, we hope you find something of use. The first 7-foot, 28 square foot unit came with no windows, while the 6.3 foot, 23 square foot space had a window on each of 3 sides. Our first objective was to get them assembled and monitor the temperature characteristics throughout the coming days before committing any plants to the generous shelving. The greenhouses were mounted back to back. The smaller one had one window about 3 inches from the shed wall, the second spaced about 2.5 inches from the larger greenhouse's back, and the third window freely breathing in the air from the spacious garden. To aid visualization, CAD drawings were created with red dots demonstrating heat flow. Even with single-digit morning temperatures, the radiated sun's power drove double-digit temperatures peaking into the upper 40 degrees Celsius area. So we had to do something to avoid prematurely cooking our vegetables. The simplest idea was to employ red-green's power of duct tape, and not just any duct tape. We used Amazon commercial grade to create openings in the windows-deprived larger greenhouse. The idea was to capture the flow of air coming in the windows of the smaller greenhouse and vent it out the back of the larger one. And we used magnets to pull the adjacent 2 screens together. This solution helped in the morning cooler air, but was quickly overcome by the afternoon sun, and temperatures started to soar again. We shut off the newly created back window and replaced it with a fan to draw out the air. We employed a dryer vent flap system to shut out the weather when the fan wasn't going. A W1209 controller module was employed to display temperature and control when the 223 cubic foot per minute fan would actually run. Now with plants occupying the shelves, the slight improvement created by this method wasn't going to be enough. Luckily, we had a door opening option for the afternoons. Slipping back to a red-green solution, we put an opening in the front of the larger greenhouse to help draw in more air. But even that wasn't enough for the hot afternoons in mid-May. As the next chart shows, there was still a significant spread between the inside and outside temperatures by midday. It was time to try something else, so we purchased a 10-foot by 8-foot shade cloth from Amazon, added a PVC pipe along the 10-foot lengths to secure it, and put it on the greenhouse. This 50% shade cloth made a dramatic difference, as you can see in this chart. We were even able to create a means to raise and lower it. In late May, a second fan was installed between the adjacent greenhouse windows to increase airflow. However, it is hard to measure the impact of this given the shade cloth's performance to bring inside and outside temperatures together. Now June, the greenhouses did their job and are almost empty, and the last plants are going into the ground. I hope you found this journey interesting and maybe discovered something you can try. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be looking forward to preparing another one for you soon.